What's up, guys? Classy Metal here. It's that time of the month again. One of my favorite days of the month. The Metalhead box is here. As always, I've already gone through this box. I've kind of given the CDs a listen so I can explain to you, give you a little bit of an idea of what they sound like, so I'm just not lost telling you what I've got. If you're not familiar with Metalhead Box, which hopefully by now you all are familiar, they are a monthly subscription service that delivers some high quality metal merchandise and CDs and records, whatever your heart desires. They send that to your doorstep every single month. They have all kinds of different plans you can sign up for. You can do a month-to-month plan. You could buy, I think, 3-month increments. I'm not sure how that goes. I will link up the website in the description so you can go check it out. Get yourself a Metalhead box. They have recently added a cassette Metalhead box. So if you're into cassettes, you can choose that option now as well. They have vinyl records, cassettes, the regular Metalhead box, which has CDs and all kinds of goodies in it, and see that, and I think there's a mini Metalhead box. So I mean, they have all kinds of stuff. Go check them out. They run contests to giving away free boxes and other stuff all the time. So definitely go check that website out. You don't want to miss out on that. As I was saying, I've already opened this box up. They also let you choose what genre of metal you prefer for your box every month. I go with the all genre selection because I like just about every facet of heavy metal. I like it all. So it's a nice, it adds to the surprise, I'd say, each month, not knowing what I'm going to get in my box. So anyway, I'm sure some of you have already seen some videos on this or seen some spoilers, as I have happened to see this month because mine got here a couple days later than some of the others that usually get them about the same time. Needless to say, though, I am super pleased with everything I got in this month's box. It seemed almost personally catered to me, which I will get into that here in a little bit. But I was very pleased with everything. I'm just going to get right into this. I guess I'll show the shirt that I got first. Both shirts this month blew me away. I was kind of torn as to which one I wanted. I love the artwork on this one, so I was pleased with this one. This one came in this month's box. This is a Horrified. Let me see. This is the UK band Horrified. They're kind of a melodic black slash death metal. They were straightforward death metal. They had melodic aspects to their death metal early on, but now they've kind of gone in a melodic black slash death metal direction, which sounds phenomenal. Their latest 2 releases, they've released one 2016 and 2017, and both of those albums were phenomenal. So definitely check out Horrified if you haven't. Sorry, I've got a bit of a dry mouth, cotton mouth today, so I'm going to fight through that with this green tea. Next up with this little banner, almost a little tapestry type deal. This was also very awesome. Went blurry. Let's try to let me get back in focus. There we go. This is a Celtic Frost tapestry, I'd say, kind of like a little flag. It's got the Morbid Tales artwork on that, and it says "Only Death is Real," which was also coincidentally the title of Tom G. Warrior's autobiography. So pretty neat. I have got to find somewhere on this wall for this because I definitely want this hanging up. That is one of the most awesome things that I've gotten so far through Metalhead Box. They also like to throw in little odd and end things, little trinkets and stuff from time to time. This month they've got a mobile phone stand. It kind of resembles pop sockets, I believe they were called, something that was kind of popular here fairly recently. This one is a death themed. I've seen a black metal version. I'm not sure what the band on the black metal is. Maybe Gorgoroth or something. I'm not for certain on that, but this is a death themed. It has the lyrics from Leprosy on it. Life will never last. It has the little death logo skull. I'm glad my camera is cooperating. I'm never really sure. I wasn't, just super sure what this whole pop socket craze was and stuff. So now I guess I get to find that out. Maybe having that will motivate me to get a new phone, which I have needed for probably 2 years now. So moving on, I will do the CDs last. There were 3 CDs in this month's box. Sticking with Celtic Frost theme, there was a little flyer, little promotional card from Noise Records, www.noiserecords.net. There are some Celtic Frost remasters, reissues coming out. Morbid Tales happens to be one of the remasters. To Megatherion, Into the Pandemonium, all that good stuff. I'm assuming these are going to be vinyl remasters. Not 100% sure, but I'm assuming they are because it says includes bonus material and extensive sleeve notes. So it could be CDs as well. I'm not sure. Sorry, I didn't do my complete homework on that flyer. Definitely something I'll have to look into here in the near future. And most months they also include an autograph. They do now. They're doing this where they put their logo on the back as well. A nice little addition to this because it just shows Metalhead box exclusive. This is from Claudius Creamer of Possessed. He's been with Possessed for a couple of years now. I think he joined the band in 2016. He's also a member of Dragon Lord, I'm wanting to say. And does some fantastic guitar work. He's also been in a couple of other bands that maybe From Hell, maybe. I'm drawing a bit of a blank on that, but definitely a nice addition to this month's box. He does some pretty strong work. He was on the most recent Possessed release, the Split record that they did, and he did some pretty nice work on that release. Now, moving forward, we have the 3 CDs in this month's box. The first CD I already own, but it is a phenomenal release. If you watch my end of the year video for 2017, you saw this band on that. If you haven't watched that video, I will link that up in the description. You can kind of go back and see what some of my favorite stuff from last year was. This album, or this release from the band, wasn't from last year. They just had a very strong release last year. And the band I'm talking about is Loss. They are from my home state here in Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, actually. This is their 2004 demo. And this was reissued, I want to say, in 2005 by Deathgasm Records. As I said, this is Lost. This is A Life Without Hope, Death Without Reason. Went blank for a second. Fantastic stuff. If you enjoyed Horizonless, their 2017 release, as I did, I loved that. It's kind of, they're described as a funeral doom / death metal, and that's a bit of an out there combination of stuff because the two genres of music are so different, but that is the best way to describe this band. And as I said, this is the 2005 reissue. I enjoy this demo. This is probably my favorite work that I've heard from this band. And don't get me wrong, Horizonless, which came out last year, was just a crushing, phenomenal release. This is a demo. It's going to be dark, murky. The production is what you would expect from a demo coming out in 2004. Fantastic stuff. Fits so well with that whole doomy, funeral doomy, just depressive sound that they have going on through this band. On this reissue, they also have a couple of live tracks. They have a Catatonia cover and then another a song of theirs. Not Catatonia's, but another song of theirs that they play live on this as well. I could do without the live tracks, but they are good for what they are. But fantastic stuff. I love this release. As I said, I already own this. Sean, Count Blaggereth, let me know if you have a copy of this. If not, I will throw it in the package that I'm fixing up for you. Bono over at Good Music Promotions, your package is getting ready. It should be out within the next week or two, so I haven't forgot about you either. Moving along. Next up is I'm not usually big on live albums, and this was an album that was recorded in 1991, and it was released last year. It was remastered by Dan Swano. I know I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, but that's always the way I pronounce his name. He is Swedish. He's a musician, but he does a lot of mixing and mastering, and the guy is a wizard at his craft. This was also on Deathgasm Records. This is Incantation, however you want to pronounce that, with rotting spiritual embodiment. As I said, this was recorded live in 1991, and Swano remastered this and I guess did the whole remastering last year. And the guy, it does not sound like it. I mean, the music sounds like it was from 1991, but the recording sounds so much better than I was expecting this to sound. This was actually my first listen to this release, having come through this box. I'm glad to have this. I've seen this online and on eBay and stuff, fairly cheap from time to time, and I almost bought it, and I never did because I'm just not super huge on live albums. But this is phenomenal. My hat is off to Dan on the remastering and the mixing of this. It's just fantastic. I love that whole 90s death metal sound anyway. That was I guess my death metal fan heyday when I just loved that 90s death metal sound, that US death metal sound. I know I'll probably get beat up in the comments for that, or there's some that don't necessarily like that sound, but it was probably my heyday of death metal fandom. So I'm super pleased with that release. Love that album. Love that live album. So you won't hear me say that just too often. The next release is on Canada's black market metal label, and I've become a huge fan of that label through Metalhead Box. I've gotten some albums that made some pretty large impacts on my musical rotations as of within the last year or two. And they are a label that continually puts out super strong releases. This was released I think last month. They came out in April, and this is the April box that I'm opening. Um, as I was saying, I love that 90s death metal sound. This was released this year, like I said, last month, but it is a definite throwback to 90s, strong 90s death metal. This is a band out of South Dakota, and I don't know what you think of when you think South Dakota. I don't really think anything when I think of South Dakota, but I might have to start thinking death metal if I hear stuff like this coming out of there on a routine basis. This is a band called Angerot, and the name of this release is the Splendid Iniquity. And I was listening to this, and my head got to nodding, and I was a bit blown away by this. I looked up the band as I was listening to it to kind of get a little insight to the band, and this is a debut of all things. This is the first release from this band. This is their debut album, and it is a very mature debut album. As I said, this fits right in with that 90s death metal that was so popular in the mid 90s. I want to say mid to late 90s, just straightforward death metal. Phenomenal release. If you're into death metal, check that out. Do yourself a favor. You will not be disappointed. That's all I've got for this month's box. A+ for me. I loved everything I got in this. As I said, I will link up Metalhead Box in the description. Definitely go check them out, see what they have going on. Maybe you can enter in a contest. I know they do Facebook contests all the time, so I'll link up their Facebook as well. Speaking of Facebook, I will link up my Facebook for this channel. I also link up my personal Instagram if you want to follow along on that. I post all kinds of stuff on there. So definitely do that. Go give that. I just hit 900 subscribers this week, so thank you guys so much for that. We're chipping away and chipping away. We'll be at that 1,000 mark. Before you know it, I will have a giveaway coming when I hit that 1,000. I've got some other stuff I need to show. I've been falling way behind on these videos. I say that every single video, and I apologize. I had another package come in today, and it is very heavy. It's a huge package from Magic Bullet Records. It weighs all of 15 pounds, and I'll have to go through that. I can't do an unboxing for that because there's some surprise stuff going to other people as gifts, so don't want to give that away. But if I get everything sorted with that, I will show off the things I got from Magic Bullet in the liquidation sale. That's all I've got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay classy, stay metal. I will see you all very soon. I have a couple of other videos lined up as well that I need to knock out here in the very near future. So definitely have that to look forward to. See you all very soon, and thank you for watching as always.